All right, so we're going to talk about uncapped index options. And one of the things that JT and I brought to you guys for years is we filter the noise of the industry. And we're going to talk about two products today that are so good. We have the master contracts to all top 50 carriers. And these two products are good enough that JT and I personally bought them and use them for our family's planning.
Yeah, so the unique relationship we have with Annexus puts us in a rare category. The statistics are 99% of advisors don't have access to these products we're going to talk about. So there's a lot of exclusivity. It helps you portray that message or extend that message to your clients and prospects. The other thing, we won't get too deep into it, but the people that built these indexes and what's behind the index is very important. There's firms like BlackRock, J.P. Morgan, a bunch of the New York Stock Exchange, a bunch of big names tied in and affiliated with Annexus. We have two particular indexes that we're going to touch on, and we'll make these available to you. These are two new flyers. This is from the nationwide version of the Annexus product. And historicals, you can argue both ways as far as how valuable those are. The Annexus folks like to train us to talk about a go forward, not necessarily look backwards. But I do think there is some power in discussing the backwards numbers. So I'm just going to paraphrase. They have three primary accounts. They have a 1-year regular and a 1-year buy-up account, and they have a 2-year account. And I'm referencing the J.P. Morgan Mosaic index. The interesting thing with this particular index is Nationwide has sold $25 billion of this index on the annuity side. It recently came over to the life side. So it's a proven index. It's tough to fool $25 billion. So there's some merit behind it. But some of these numbers are almost hard to believe. But the best 10-year period going backwards on the 1-year J.P. Morgan Mosaic with the buy-up strategy of a 1% charge is 11.56% average annual rate of return. The middle category is the average 10-year period in the buy-up, 10.25. Frankly, what I think is the most powerful, the worst 10-year stretch is 8.84%, almost a 9% average annual return. When we look at what we're able to illustrate, it's in the 5s. And you guys know when I'm talking about a 400, 500, 600 basis point advantage over an average period of time, not a 1-year stretch, but a 10-year stretch, you amplify that over a period of time, it's going to do dramatic things to the illustration. And unfortunately, we can't really illustrate those. Yeah,
and the participating loans of both these contracts are some of the best in the industry. One of them is contractually guaranteed never to be over 4.75%. So when we're talking about 10% rates of returns, that's a 6% arbitrage. Guess what? We get to show you 50 basis points with the last iteration of AG 49. So are we being conservative? No, we're being ultra conservative. So this is just something it's exciting to see some of this back information and knowing what you actually own inside your contract versus what we can show you.
A couple other unique things with the Nationwide product in particular, it's super low cost. One of the lowest cost internal charges in the entire industry. And one of my favorite things is these par rates. You can't read them from here, but 135, 175, 190. The guaranteed minimum participation rate is 100% and even up to 125 on the 2-year. But 100% of the underlying index is guaranteed to be available, guaranteed no cap. So that puts you at somewhere around 6% without the amplified over 100%, but just at 100%, worst case scenario, they can never go below 100%. That's about a 6% rate of return in a doomsday scenario.
Pretty strong. So give us a call. We'll teach you more about these. And there's a couple other contracts too we can teach you about that are uncapped, but these are two of our favorites. So thank you.